Project managers can use Cascade to manage sprints. From this interface, you can view the active sprints, the archive sprints, or all sprints. When you select a sprint, you'll see the user stories that are related to that sprint in the center column. Over here at right, you have options to create, manage, duplicate, and delete sprints. You can also view the deployment history for a sprint. If you choose to manage a sprint, you have the option to change the sprint name, change the start or the finish date, the sprint owner, and also the broadcast options. This controls when emails are sent to team members. Over here at right, you can also archive a sprint. If you archive a sprint, the sprint and all stories cannot be changed, but you can still deploy the sprint. If you select a story, you have options over here to create, manage, duplicate, and delete the story. The Manage Story interface lets you change the story title, the Kanban stage of the story theme, the story owner, and you can enter the user story, which should tell the who, what, and why for that particular story. Over here is information that's really relevant to project management of stories. For example, each story can have a parent that it's contingent upon, a constraint type, a constraint date, and a task duration with planned work and actual work. Lastly, there's a % complete for every user story. You can manage your user stories here as a to-do list, which is very convenient, but in some cases you want to use a rich Kanban board to manage your stories. And in this case, you can control the card size. Let's use medium cards. And you can drag and drop to change the user story assignment and Kanban stage. Sprints can also be managed as rich interactive Gantt charts. If you double-click on a Gantt bar, it'll bring up the story information, and you'll see the parent link, % complete, and other information that's relevant to managing with a Gantt chart. We automatically calculate the burn down graph whenever the project changes. Lastly, there's a display report, and you can check the boxes here for the sprints that you're interested in to include them in the display report, which can be exported in any file format. All right, that's a quick look at managing sprints.